Welcome to page 9 of your linear equations packet. For this lesson, we're going to be looking at negative slope and how to write an equation when given a negative slope. Let's take a look at the 4 lines that we've been given. As we look at all of these lines, starting from left and moving to the right, we see that all of these lines have a downward pitch or slope. As you can see, all of these lines have a negative slope. So we know we have a negative slope. We're going to have to come up with the ratio of delta y over delta x. Remember, delta y controls your up or down movement, and delta x controls the run to the right. And then we know our b value is our y-intercept. As you can see, I've highlighted the y-axis on each of the coordinate planes. For number 1, our y-intercept is located at -2, so we're going to jot that down. And for the second problem, number 8, it's also located at -2. For number 9, our third problem, you can see that the intercept is located at a +1. And for number 10, our fourth problem, our intercept is located at +1 again. And finally, once we figure out the slope for each of these lines, we're going to put it all together and write an equation for each of the given lines using the format mx plus b equals y. You know the m, the slope, will be a negative value for all 4 of these. And b is certainly easy. That's just the y-intercept. So let's begin. Let's find the slope for the first purple line. Always go to the point furthest to the left for our slope. And we're going to check out the rate of change between these 2 consecutive points. Now, as we start at our first point, furthest to the left, we go down 3 units. That's a -3. And to the right, 1. And the pattern continues. Down 3 to the right, 1. Down 3 to the right, 1. We write this ratio, delta y over delta x, as -3 over 1, which is simply -3. So, as we write the equation for this purple line, we would write -3 times x minus 2, that's our intercept, equals y. Now let's check out the next problem, problem number 8. Once again, we're calculating the slope. We're going to connect 2 consecutive points on the purple line and look at the rate of change, or look at the slope. As we come down 1, it's -1. To the right is +1. Down -1 over 1. And the pattern is consistent. So our slope here is -1 over 1. -1 divided by 1 is -1. So, as we write an equation for this particular line, we would write -1, that's our slope, times x minus 2, that's our intercept, equals y. Now complete problems 9 and 10 on your own. Remember, as you calculate that slope, start with the point furthest to the left and connect consecutive points. Find the rise over run and write your equation. This completes page 9. When you're done, check your work with the answer key that's been given.